Hello. Gonna restore right away because game is kinda loud. That's great. Alright. Welcome. What's up, people? Where did I end up yesterday when I played? We made some good progress yesterday, but then the progress kinda halted towards the end. One thing I do recall from yesterday is that
Thanks, boys.
I decided that I would be using walkthrough a lot more actively because, man, there's some nonsense in this game.
Come on, boys. Hoopla.
I was supposed to interact with the fortune teller somehow, but... Yeah.
The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei and gives prices for palm reading, $20, crystal ball gazing, $15, and birth charts, $50.
Oh, well, fuck. What was the last thing?
The owner is currently plying a different sort of wares, however.
Love this? I don't know if I do.
She's busy at the moment.
I'd say that so far I much prefer Gabriel
Thanks,
to...
boys.
Could I ask you a few questions, Madame Lorelei?
The only answers I give are given in my reading. I'm sure your palm would be quite interesting.
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
Actually, just yesterday, before I entered the stream, I was having some complaints about the pixel art. Because there was this puzzle where I had to know... Well, I didn't have to know. I had to give a voucher for my bookstore to a guy selling hot dogs. And I had no idea how I was supposed to figure that out. I just looked that up when I walked around. It's like, what the fuck? What was the clue for this? This makes no sense. And the clue was that he was reading a book. But the book was about 9 pixels big in total. So it was really hard to tell that he had a book in his hand. So that sort of detail gets lost in the pixel art.
That's a nice snake you have there.
I could say the same of you.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
That's personal.
Right. Normal conversations.
Oh, nothing.
Move aside, sweetie. But stay where I can look at you, okay?
Gabriel doesn't want to take that out of the... That doesn't... Gabriel would not mind getting his fortune told, but he does not want to pay good money for it.
And I lose control every time this happens. Some NPC decides to do a thing. Right. What was I up to? I really cannot remember.
The images touch a deep...
That's not important. Did I show this picture to Grandma already?
The old photograph shows Gabriel's grandfather with two other men.
I think I did.
Apparently, his German father and brother.
I would rather not start today by looking up a walkthrough, but I honestly
Those two objects.
can't remember where I am.
The letter is addressed to Heinz Ritter, Gabriel's grandfather.
Actually, I should look up the walkthrough, because yesterday when I stopped, I was in process of looking up the walkthrough, and I concluded that, what the fuck is this shit? I just called it a night instead, because it was getting so outrageously dumb. I also ended up having to look up like 3 different walkthroughs because they didn't explain the logic behind the puzzle. And that was really frustrating. So they just told me like, yeah, just this is the solution. Okay, great. How am I supposed to know that's the solution? I don't think it's a pun. I think it's his grandfather changing his name when he moved to America. I mean, at this point, I'm okay with just about anything. Especially right now, since I legit can't remember where I was or what I was doing. Snake scale at the lake. It's very pixel hunting to find it. I've been at the lake like twice with the magnifying glass. Because while scrolling through the walkthrough, I did notice that it was pointing out that, hey, something at the lake. I didn't read it thoroughly because I was looking for some other bit. But that's why I've been here a couple of times with the magnifying glass, and I haven't found shit. Alright. Oh my god. That's just cruel.
Patches of there are marks in the grass, as though some heavy wire object had been set there.
Also, a part of the reason why I ended up not finding this is because even though I read that there's something here with the magnifying glass, and I just didn't find it. And because I didn't find it, after checking out everything that seemed remotely logical, I just concluded that, okay, maybe the walkthrough is just being thorough, and it's like an optional thing that gives you points that you're not actually going to need. And I didn't look that deep into it, but...
Gabriel is already magnifying that. The scale looks a little delicate to pick up by hand.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want. More so than just solving the puzzle. I want to know what was the logic behind the puzzle. Like, I'm sure you could have skipped a lot of things just by knowing what to do. But I don't see any point in doing that way. For instance, the reason why I was stuck yesterday for a while, even though I was using a walkthrough, is because the walkthrough was like, hey, here's how you open the clock. And I don't care how you open the clock, I want to know how I'm supposed to know how to open the clock. And some crappy walkthrough just decided not to elaborate. gave you the solution without explaining it.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small iridescent scale.
I think it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me what kind.
Alright, well. Now. Also, another item is on the screen. Okay, I feel like I checked, like, everything. Yeah, I somehow apparently missed it. And I'm looking at the screen and I don't know where a thing might be.
The banks of Lake Pontchartrain are rich with clay deposits.
Clay from the lake?
Well, is that clay?
Oh,
yeah.
Over there? Okay. Yeah, no, I suppose this part of the beach was a tiny bit suspicious. But... yeah.
Gabriel is carrying a lump of clay from the banks of Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah, makes no sense whatsoever to pick it up now. But I hope that eventually we will get some sort of clue as to why it makes sense to have that, or why it would make sense to go get that. I don't mind having it right now, but I would love it for there to be a reason to, to come back here specifically for clay. Although I would still probably be at least a bit annoyed, because I was trying to pick things up from the beach. I know Gabriel was just saying, oh, I don't need any more sand in my pockets. Okay. But the clay is fine. And not like I was able to distinct the clay from the sand. It kind of makes sense after the fact that, yeah, it was slightly different color, but honestly, that could have just been the pixel art. The way it was shading the wet sand. I'm supposed to go here. We had a book on snakes.
Phew, it's humid out there.
Putting the scales there wouldn't help.
Gabriel, such an idiot.
Gabriel pulls down a book on snakes.
Snakes are legless reptiles. Some snakes kill their prey with poison, some by constriction. A snake smells by tasting the air with its forked tongue. The smells are passed back to a sense organ in the mouth. Constrictor snakes, however, sense their prey by vibration.
Okay, I guess I don't use the... Get out of here!
Kid.
All this guy ever does is waste my time.
Gabe pet.
Because I can't skip this interaction. I'm sure at some point I will agree to sell that,
How much?
Gabriel.
but...
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious.
Or maybe
You'll
I
let
can
me
sell it
have
now.
it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this. Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it. I can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
Okay, well that was progress. I wish I had done that sooner, because that probably made Bruno stop showing
I
up.
don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
Okay, well, I got money. I don't know what I need the money for right now, but... Oh, right! Oh, right! It's coming back to me. The reason why I stopped
you
playing
later.
yesterday is because I looked up in the walkthrough how to get to Casino residence. Who I don't know why I want to get there, but that lady has some voodoo going on, or hoodoo, and I for some reason really care about that. Yet when I confront her about it, she's like, "Oh, I'm a good Catholic. I don't know anything about that. Get out of here." And in order to get into her house, I need to disguise myself as the priest. And that kinda just broke me. Anyway, let's go back to Jackson Square for a while, because the fortune teller had a snake. And now we have a snake scale, so maybe there's a connection. Third grader biology book. Oh, he's selling only the rarest books. That just happens to be one of them.
Does this mean anything to you?
No. Does this price list mean anything to you?
Could I ask you if...
The only...
How about a reading?
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing. But I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are.
Okay, so I can't spend my $100 on this.
$100 in cash. That's the most money Gabriel had in his pockets in 2 years.
I was really hoping I could do something with her.
This is the last page of it.
Come on!
I guess I'll go to the church and try to steal some clothes. As soon as the game lets me. Or, actually, maybe I'm supposed to steal her shit while she's dancing. Although I don't know how to do that.
The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei, and the owner is... Why do that to the booth?
I don't know.
Madame Lorelei would not... She's busy.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything here.
Thanks, boys.
No, exit. Thank you. I'm gonna see if I can find a hotkey for Scum VM. Keyboard shortcuts. Now, can I steal some stuff here?
Nothing on that shelf interests Gabriel.
Anything about speed? Ooh. Doesn't look like there is anything. That sucks.
Gabriel doesn't.
I can't resist black.
Gabriel can. Not to know.
What did I get?
It's a priest's shirt. That object does not. That item.
Okay, well, that's something.
The door isn't good. Gabriel cannot go in there. That's the priest part of the confession.
Would be nice if there was some music in the church. Another item from there?
May I help you, my child?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it will make you feel better.
I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosley.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
I see. Are you sorry?
Not really.
Well,
Pray for forgiveness and say 3 rosaries. Is there anything else?
nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then. Peace go with you.
Gabriel cannot take the kneeler. The shelf is a... It's a cushion kneeler. There's a small shelf under the... A meshed window provides access to... The confessional is about the size of a closet. And the confessional is empty. And the confession...
Confession is empty. Can I go there? No reason?
Gabriel cannot...
Nope. Okay, well. Slowly walking back there. Yeah, I am not into the pixel hunting aspect of this, especially since a lot of the things that you need to interact with just look like mush. Like, you can't tell what's in this shelf.
The closet shelf, in other words, the closet in... There's a box of white priest's collars. The closet in a... There's a...
And a lot of the times you get the same exact bit of dialogue,
The
so
closet, in other words, in other
yeah. This was the same as this, or like all of this is the same, but this is different. This is important.
Well, you never know when a priest's collar will come in handy.
And it's actually the same thing which I've mentioned about the dialogue system, where people might say a different thing when you ask them about the same thing, and you just have to keep asking about the same thing until they repeat their dialogue. And it feels really dumb. Because you never know when you have exhausted the dialogue until you repeat, or until they repeat the answer. Okay, can I combine the
This
shirt?
is the last...
Oh?
Gabriel is carrying a priest's shirt and collar which... Surprise, surprise! do not belong to him.
Okay, well, that should be useful. Anything else I need to pretend to be a priest? Can I get a Bible from somewhere?
Gabriel cannot do anything. Gabriel
Don't think there's any other rooms in here. Yeah, I assume I'm good. And if not, like... I mean... I feel like a Bible would sell the costume. But... I work at a bookstore. I probably have a Bible there somewhere. But I guess that also makes too much sense.
using that on the front.
All right, but this is private.
Oh, never mind. Just keeping your hands like that. That does it. That sells it.
Yes? Who is it?
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Well, Father, you should be ashamed of yourself being so ill-groomed. I am sure the bishop would never approve. You can just go get a haircut before you come calling on me again. I know my duty, Father, but a priest seeking contributions should take pains to represent the church with respect.
Are you kidding me? What? Okay. I mean, I have hair gel, but that's such an unnecessary interaction.
The things I do for my art.
Especially since that hair gel was a pixel hunt in your apartment. What? Why?
Yes? Who is it?
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
I see you've taken my advice, Father. I didn't mean to be harsh, but the church is the church.
Well, when you're right, you're right.
Exactly. Come in, Father. Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I couldn't speak about the third one, but I can say that I think I quite a lot prefer the second one to this.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions, my child?
Of course not, mon père.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
People think I'm just a foolish old woman, but I know the things they do. My family's been in New Orleans since 1750, so I know more than most. Voodoo people are all over this city, in the shops, everywhere. They'll curse you like that, and most people don't even notice. Spit on your bread at the bakery. Take strands of your hair at the store when you try on the clothes. You have to be so careful. But I know their ways, so I can protect myself. I know how to use the magic too, and I can counteract their evil spells.
I still don't know why I'm talking to you.
Tell me more about voodoo in New Orleans.
It's just plain evil. It's dangerous to even discuss it.
Yeah, none of this is, like, at all relevant to anything. Or her specifically.
Tell me more. What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Voodoo murders? Ha! They are nothing new to me, Father. They happen all the time. I hardly go out anymore. It's too dangerous in the streets. They can get you anywhere, you know. Even here in this room. But I try not to let them know about me. That's the best way.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Shh. They'll hear you.
What do you... What can you tell me about New Orleans?
The only true New Orleanians are of French origin, you know. My family were among the original settlers of New Orleans. They came here from France. The Creole society used to be so gay in New Orleans. Now it barely hangs on by its fingernails.
Right.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You know, I can stroll the streets of the French Quarter and see in my mind's eye the way it used to be. It was wonderful in the old days.
What can you...
New Orleans isn't what it used to be, I can tell you. There's too few of the real people left.
What can...
New Orleans...
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes! They're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can. That's why I never sleep.
Right, thanks.
I have snakes in my dreams.
Do you know anything about...
It would be bad luck to talk about that anymore.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans corps means?
Mais oui, I know. I bet you do not, father, n'est-ce pas?
It means goat without horns.
Oh, father, you surprise me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
That was somehow important? We already know everything about that.
Do not continue.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She was only a front for the real evildoers, father. And that's the truth about Marie Laveau.
Tell me about the real evildoers.
Tell me more about...
She was only...
Okay, or don't.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal
No,
masks?
father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about Veves?
No, father. I don't...
Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger?
No, father.
Do you know anything about human sacrifice here in New Orleans?
Ah, well, my great-grandmother could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans. But the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Okay, so asking about Caprice and Score. It unlocked this dialogue option. What percentage of games do I finish? You can actually look it up on yame.ninja. I think it's a decent percentage.
Can you tell me anything else about human sacrifice?
What is there to tell? They cut your heart out.
Doesn't have the actual number immediately, but it does have the number of games I've dropped and the number of games I've finished. So you can do the math.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I am Creole. My family has been in New Orleans for over 200 years. Real New Orleanians are French, you see. These days the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all. No offense, father, but it's true. But the French, naturellement, will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Tell me about...
Well, father, I don't know.
Who were the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Laveau was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo en fort. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret. Most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Lavaux, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Come think of it, I think one reason why I'm preferring Gabriel Knight 2 over this is, I assume a lot of this is based on real history. Like, voodoo in New Orleans probably was some form a thing. And probably, I don't know, maybe Marie Laveau was a real person. I'm guessing all of that, like, or all the mystery stuff and real voodoo is added on top of actual history in this, much like in Gabriel Knight 2. A lot of the werewolf stuff worked in the context of real history, and it was a good mix of those two. But what works for me in that game is that I think both the werewolf aspect of it, as well as the real-world history aspect of it, were more interesting than the voodoo and New Orleans history that this game has. And maybe it's also because, I don't know, maybe the German history is feels more, relatable as a European. Whereas whatever happened in New Orleans in 1800s, whatever, don't really care. Seems kinda insignificant all around.
Is there anything else you remember about the real voodoo queen?
Well, my great-grandmother said that the real voodoo queen was the most beautiful woman on earth. She had the most incredible copper-colored skin.
Is there anything else you remember about the real voodoo queen?
Well, they are all brides of Satan. Other than that, I can't think of anything.
I think we've gone through everything.
What is that?
Tell me.
Well, Father.
Okay, I think we have done. We're done here.
It's so nice of you to invite me in.
But no, mon père. I am always happy to see one of the good fathers.
Anything else in this building?
Madame seems to like candles. Gabriel wonders if these two are specialties of Mr. Walker's shop. Madame's antiques are probably worth something. Madame's, it's a painting of a pretty young lady in old-fashioned clothes. Madame's, it's a painting.
Madame, in younger days?
Good heavens, no, Father.
The painting behind the couch is a Madonna in child. Madame's parlor is full of carefully dusted and polished relics of her past. Like all good hostesses, Madame has candy out for her guests. These appear to be several decades old.
Can I have one?
The tea service has been polished recently. Madame uses it with her Creole sisters, perhaps? There's an old-fashioned jewelry box on the coffee table. Madame's parlor, the folding screen has a colorful pattern. It looks oriental. Father McLaughlin would never steal from one of his flock. The candy looks too old to be edible.
I'm not gonna eat it, I might just need it, who knows?
That looks a little large.
Okay, I assume we're done, unless I can show her something. Do you know this guy?
Does this mean anything to you?
No, Father.
This?
Does this mean anything to you?
No, Father.
Does this mean anything to you?
No, Father.
Does this mean anything?
No, Father.
Okay, I guess I'm done here.
Well, madame, I must be gone.
Of course, Father. I know how busy you must be tending your flock.
Wait, did I walk through a wall? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm not going back on the street looking like this.
I have walked through a wall before. It's not unheard of. Now what? We still have things to do here. We learned about human... Did we really learn about human sacrifice, though? Did I learn anything new there? Well, points-wise, yeah, I learned a lot of new, but... Did I actually learn anything new? She's been around for a long time and knows voodoo and...
Hi.
Oh, right! Right, I have money. Can I now buy... What was this guy called? Hank?
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Willie! How did I get Hank?
Are you still interested in selling that crocodile mask?
Or you show me $100 and the mask is yours.
I don't know why I want it, but...
I have $100. You still want to sell that crocodile mask?
That's $100, sure enough. The mask, it's yours, sir. Here you go. Carefully don't bite you now.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't you go forgetting your lagniappe. A free bottle of Master Gambling Oil.
The sign said I could get Lady Luck oil instead.
Well, I wasn't thinking a man as young as you would be needing that kind of remedying. But if you's having problems with your...
Oh, that's all right. Believe me, I don't need it. I'll just stick with this. Thanks, anyway.
Of course, it ain't none of my business if you do need it.
I don't need it.
Of course you don't.
Okay, that was progress. What did I get?
The crocodile mask is made of genuine crocodile head. It looks heavy, hot, and smelly. The small bottle is labeled Master Gambling Oil.
Don't know what I would do with that. But at the moment it seems more important than... Okay. Hypothesis. I am going to need the crocodile mask in like day 8 or something when I take part in some sort of ritual. And the game is making sure that I cannot skip getting it, because on day, maybe today or tomorrow, I need to use that oil on something. And it won't let me progress to day 8 before I've used the oil, and thus guarantee that I have the mask. But what do I do with the oil? Can I clean? No, I don't think... makes sense to clean the tomb with the oil.
Hello, Dr. J.
I have a mask.
What do you think of my crocodile mask?
Nice.
Thanks for the input.
Does this mean anything to you?
It looks like a simple hoodoo potion to me. Such things are easy to obtain in the French Quarter.
Perhaps Gabriel should learn more about the scale before showing it to anyone.
Oh, fuck you! I'm trying to show it to somebody so I can learn about it. Ah!
I'll be going.
Good.
You know anything about snakes?
Mr. Knight,
Gabriel died.
Can you tell me anything about this?
no, I'm afraid.
Thanks.
Mind if I...
Not,
Tell me more.
I wouldn't dwell on.
Can you tell me...
I told you.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, do.
Maybe, maybe this lady?
Gabriel, now.
Hello.
Please, be seated.
Since Magenta has a snake, it might be the best not to discuss
What?
the snake scales with her.
What? No! Quite the opposite! What the...
Well, I guess...
Ah! The logic in this game.
As
We have like 3 people who might know something about snakes. We have the voodoo museum dude. He might know something. We have the hoodoo lady who owns a snake, and we have the what's it called? The fortune teller who has a snake. But we can't tell any of them about the snake scale. And we also have a book on snakes, but we can't use that either. Like, am I being stupid here? Because those seem like the most logical things to do. I don't think I actually want to go there. Shoot the snake scale to her. I mean, I don't care if it's from a crime scene. I just want to... Like, do you know what sort of snake this might be? I just want to know about snakes. Like, if I can ask them like, hey, do you know this magical voodoo symbol that I found from a crime scene? Then why can I not say the same thing about this random snake scale? Like, But yeah, sure. Fuck it, let's do this after all. Like, I think the snake scale is a bit more insignificant.
Detective.
Hey, about the crime scene.
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Really? Wow, that's a great idea for the book. Me endangering my life investigating at a snake-infested lake. We don't have to mention that it's probably from a harmless local water snake.
Okay, so that was nothing. Okay. I'm kind of glad that was nothing, because when I exited this area after coming here for the first time 30 seconds ago,
I'll let you...
I immediately thought that, no, this is stupid, why would he care about the snake scale? He cared, and he made the correct conclusion. Okay, I don't think I asked this guy about the snake scale. But I think it's gonna do anything.
Do you know anything about snake scales?
I got some snake root and snake powder, but I order them wholesale. I don't handle snakes. I don't like them at all.
Okay, well, I was able to ask. That's something. Okay, so what do I have? I can't even see my inventory. I have $100. No, I don't have $100. I bought the mask. I have a mask, some oil, a scale. That's about it. I think I'm done there. I think I'm kind of done there. I'm done there for today, at least. Getty Estate? I mean, I never had any business at the Getty Estate in the first place. I only went there to flirt with Miss Getty. Why was that going insane? Like, I feel like half the things I've done in this game have made no difference to anything.
Four pairs of...
The fortune teller wasn't there the other day. She is important. Somehow. She's also a real pain in the ass to interact with. Oh, what if I just talk to her about snakes in general? Now that I have the snake scale with me.
Come on, boys. Hoopla.
Oh, no! Please don't! You're not gonna get any business when you keep doing this.
The boot is a colorful melange. The boot, a Cajun band, inventive as always.
I'm looking.
Gabriel leers at the dancer, but she seems to want a more overt demonstration of his appreciation.
Okay. What do you want? I get some play.
Gabriel doesn't. She's busy at the moment.
That kinda implies that I need to interact with her somehow, give her something while she's dancing. But I got nothing to give.
She's busy at the moment.
Not to mention the game says she's busy at the moment, which kinda implies the opposite.
Thanks, boys.
Does this mean anything to you?
No. Does this price list mean it?
That's not... How about...
The price is...
They seem a little...
Well,
I'm sure... How's
business?
Okay, so I can't talk to her about anything.
Come on.
Oh my god! Please! Oh! This is so pointless. What do you want from me, lady? I can pour oil all
Why
over
do
your
that
shop.
to the boot?
I don't know. I'm just... just losing it.
Thanks, boys.
Oh, actually, first, get out of this screen before I do anything. Leave this screen, it's important.
Come on, boys.
Oh my
Hoopla.
god! Like it... I would love to, like, read a walkthrough as I'm doing this, but the walkthroughs are apparently optimized rather than sensical. I want to understand what is the logic behind anything that's going on. I don't want to know how to accomplish it. That's not interesting. Yeah, I'm good with anything. I'm like not feeling this game at all. What? Yeah, I was reading about that, but I didn't think it was important because it ignored the mud from the crime scene, which is... No! Like, I can't. I can't.
Alright. The things I...
And I also just read that apparently there's a whole screen that I had just never seen. At the graveyard.
Yes?
It...
Please.
So, some bracelet somewhere. Is she wearing it?
Now, what can I do for you?
If he's wearing a bracelet, you can't see it.
Madame Cassanu looks fragile and pale under a thick layer of face powder. If Gabriel is not mistaken, she's a slice short of a loaf. This is the...
Does this mean anything to you?
No, Father.
I thought I asked her about everything.
Madame Cassanu look...
Do you...
It's...
What?
Shh.
What?
Orleans is...
Do you know anything about snakes?
It would be bad.
That Cabri-Sound car thing.
Do not continue to tease me.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about...
No, Father.
Do you know...
No.
Have...
No.
Yeah, I don't
Can
see
you tell
anything
me-
new here.
What is there to tell?
Tell me.
Well, Father. Well.
Yeah, I've been through all this. Yeah, maybe. It's like, I wish the walkthroughs would accomplish things in some sort of order that makes sense. How far? It's not even an option. I can't ask about anything like that. I'm missing something else. Oh, there! How did I not see that?
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound four.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear the drums at night, oh yes. That's why I am so ill. I tell you, Those drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there. I can tell you. I'll show you something. Something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Here it is, mon père. A true object of evil if there ever was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
Oh, I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Bless this bracelet of a snake, even though its vibes aren't great. Let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now, let us pray.
Oh, this is convenient.
It's a bracelet in the shape of a snake. It's a...
Oh,
What?
right. Here you go.
What? What? What?
Do you mind?
I wasn't done with that. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't even notice this option appeared here. It's just in the middle of the list.
Tell me more.
I told you, we should...
Okay, oh, no, there
Can
now.
I see that snake bracelet again? I'm not sure the first blessing took, and I'd like to re-bless it.
All right.
Okay.
Here's the...
Bless this bracelet. Let it vood and now.
So this is what I saw in the
This is
walkthrough,
the last...
and it makes no sense to me.
There's no reason to make a clear impression of that. Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
This is the... It's a clay mold of Madame Kazunu's snake bracelet.
Cool.
Well,
And I did walk through a wall.
I'm not going.
Okay, now I can check out the screen that apparently exists that I have never seen. Which you can apparently just walk to. Or not, okay. Oh, yes you can, yeah. Come on. Come on.
Malia.
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
I noticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else.
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
Whatever for.
I can't stop thinking about you. I've been in your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations. My family is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I know you've got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I have a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See? I knew it. You're crazy about me, too. Come by tonight. Please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Damn it!
This old tomb has a sword carved into the stone below the name of the deceased. This tomb is smaller than most others in the cemetery.
Kind of a pup tent for the dead.
A stone angel leans down to gaze at something unseen. Most of the plaster has fallen away over the years to reveal walls of red brick. An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb. There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors. Two heavy, the imposing, two enormous vast.
Okay, so nothing of interesting to look at. Is there another screen here? No. Okay.
Gabriel can't see anything to operate on the doors themselves.
Okay, well, Giddy went that way. Can I follow her? No. Anything I need to do here? Can I use the brick?
There's no need to write on that. There's no need to write on that. There's no need.
I don't think any of this makes any sense. End of the day, please. Not end of the day. Oh, fuck. Really hoping that would end it. So I got nothing. But I need to use the bathroom.
Hi.
So I will walk over here so I can play some music. Because this room is silent. And I fucked up my audio setup on stream, so in order to avoid overlapping audio, I go to an intro. Be back in a moment. Alright. Also, I did open up UHS. I've tried to use it before in some games, and it hasn't really helped. But let's see if this time it works out better. Let's see. I've done everything at the bookshop. I've done everything in Gabriel's room. I think I've done everything at the drugstore. Or have I? Hang on. Oh, I don't think that's much of a hint, but I guess I'm done there. Okay, the fortune teller is the thing that's still not correct. Her veil will surprise... Her veil? I have a really bad feeling about this. It's gonna be one of those, oh, did you know you can interact with this specific
I'm out of here.
verb and...
Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Wait for him. Stop walking, Gabriel.
Gabriel cannot. Why do that? Gabriel.
Gonna be some very specific interaction. Her veil. Does she have a veil?
Madame Lorelei, the fortune teller, is garbed in a belly dancer's outfit and wears a boa around her neck. A real boa.
Come on, boys. Hoopla.
Is that a veil?
I'm looking.
Gabriel leers at the dancer.
What's a veil?
She's busy at the moment.
Extract a snake scale from... I can't even see it! What veil?
Thanks, boys.
How about this?
Why do that to the boot?
Does this mean anything to you?
No.
Ah!
Why do that?
Does this mean...
No.
Well, this didn't help.
Come on, boys. Hoopla.
I don't get it. Oh, God, these walkthroughs are just each worse than the previous one. I'm so close to being done with this game. Nothing makes any sense.
Thanks, boys. Come on, boys. Hoopla!
She has a veil that I'm supposed to get a snake scale out of. I think. But I don't know if that's something I need to do at this point. Okay, I got another hint. I don't know if it's any good either, but... Like, this is so frustrating. The interactions are really specific and don't make sense. So what was this oil?
The small bottle is labeled Master Gambling Oil.
Okay, well, he's not gambling, he's playing chess, but... Maybe that's close enough?
Checkmate!
Got a second, Sam? It's about your game.
I don't have a game. That's my problem. Don't you touch those chess pieces while I'm gone, you bastard.
I ain't never needed to cheat yet, you loser.
Thought you might be interested in this gambling oil.
It's chess!
Let me see that. Master Gambling Oil. What's it for?
That's not how chess works!
This is a powerful voodoo oil.
Ah, go on. Really?
You don't need luck in chess!
This voodoo oil could make a nun get lucky.
Really? You think it really works, huh?
I'd stake my reputation as a novelist on it.
'Cause using voodoo might not be fair.
Don't you ever wonder why Marcus wins every time?
Marcus? Using voodoo? That old bastard.
Pitiful, isn't it?
Let me see that bottle. Oh, this looks authentic.
Oh, it is.
If I could really beat that bastard. Stonewall, give me a Pim's cup, would you?
Coming up, Sam.
How much you think I'd have put in here?
Careful. You don't want to overdo it. Too much luck can be dangerous.
What? There's no such thing as too much. Now stand back. Come on already. I'm ready to checkmate.
We'll see about that, Mr. Schmutty Big Mouth. Checkmate! Checkmate, you bastard!
Son of a bitch.
20 years I've been waiting to say that. Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate!
You are the biggest butthead Sam Singleton that I ever met.
Checkmate!
You can just put this chessboard where the sun don't shine.
Hallelujah, I did it! Yippee!
Nice game.
Nice game. Hell, I was brilliant!
course, I gotta give some of the credit to that oil of yours. I've been losing to that guy for 20 years. If you ever need a favor, you come to Sam, you hear?
Will do.
I mean, I don't know what I want from him. Because he has nothing to do with anything. He knows nothing. He's just some guy who is into voodoo. And not even in, like, good voodoo. He's just into the scam sort of voodoo. That's just the oil I just gave him. The sort of thing that doesn't feel important in the slightest. Yet it is. And the solution to being able to interact with him is to treat chess as gambling.
Can I ask you some questions now?
Luke, I'd be glad to help you out, but I've been stuck in this spot too long to know much about anything.
So, how do you feel now?
Couldn't be better.
And I can't actually ask him about anything, because we can't talk.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nah.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
And, yeah.
Does this...
Not...
Great. I don't know, I mean... I don't know much about Discworld, but I believe the setting in Discord at least lends itself better to, like, absurd solutions, much like something like Monkey Island.
This is the last page of inventory.
Whereas here, like, it's trying to have a grounded setting, but the solutions are anything but.
Does this...
Not...
Okay, let's try this once more. Maybe I'm supposed to dance with her? Do I use the foot action? What is it called? Walk. I just walk. Okay, but maybe in this context
Come
it's
on, boys.
dance.
Hoopla.
I'll dance with her and that'll be an interaction that works. Nope.
She's busy.
I'm looking,
Gabriel leers at the dancer.
I pick her up.
Not a bad idea. Ooh, baby, I love
Oh
the
my
way you
god.
move.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hip.
Yep, she wants me.
So, in this instance, pickup meant to use a pickup line.
Thanks, boys.
The veil belonged to the fortune teller. It's covered with shiny, iridescent sequins. The
I want to... No! Fuck. Thank you.
Gabriel examines the veil with a magnifying glass. That sequin looks a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale. There's a snake scale caught on...
Can I have it?
There's a...
Oh my god, it's gonna require some specific interaction in some way that doesn't make sense, isn't it?
Gabriel
Okay, good.
carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale. That I...
Where's the other snake scale?
This is the first page.
Wait, what?
Those two are... This
What
is
happened to the other snake scale? Okay, it's gone. Well, get... And the day still didn't end. Maybe I just failed the interaction.
Gabriel has already removed the scale from the veil. Gabriel is carrying a scale he...
I have removed the scale, but... it's not in my inventory. Maybe I'll give the veil back?
I think this veil belongs to you.
Huh, my veil. I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong. Yes, and yet so delicate and flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madame Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful. Ah, I see the road of your life forking. And very soon...
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
Oh God! Beware! Beware!
Bye!
What is it about me lately?
At least...
Gabriel doesn't...
At least something happened. end of the day. Oh, absolutely. Like, I think half these places have had nothing to do with the mystery. And that's what's so frustrating about this game. Because doing those things is still apparently important for making progress, but it also doesn't feel like it does anything.
It appears that Madame Laura... Gabriel should get her attention first.
How about... Well, like... Are you fucking kidding me? I can't talk to her. I need to get her attention first. Have you tried talking to her? No, talk with the other talk prompt.
You're back. You know, you really freaked me out running off like that. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Stay away from Margagetti, or you shall pay with your life.
What the hell is going on?
Is that everything? Nope, that's not everything. Okay, let's go say hi to Malia Getty.
I told you, Miss Getty is out.
Doesn't... Okay, well, she's still somewhere. I don't think she's still at the graveyard, but... The graveyard is still buggy, and exiting screens doesn't work half the time. Is there a quick way to exit the graveyard, rather than walking 3 screens? We've hit the point in the game where I'm just pressing every button on the keyboard to see if something happens. None of the buttons do anything.
The doors are heavy.
Who can compare snake scales for me? I mean, I don't even know what the deal with the snake scales is at this point, since I should have two, but my inventory only has one.
Hello.
This is the... Gabriel is carrying...
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you...
Sure.
I can...
Okay.
Actually, fuck it. This is a great time to look at the hint system again. Okay. Jackson Square. Extract the snake scale from it. Compare it to scale from like whatever. I can't. Let's see, is there anything else? Maybe that's not important. Maybe there's something else I've missed. Yeah, we're done with the police station. Because I like how the graveyard hint is just, have you walked far enough to the right? No, I hadn't. It looked like a wall. University. Show him the murder photo? Why would I show him that? Is there something to that photo that I'm forgetting? That's none of his business.
One of the photos from Moseley is an official Voodoo Murders crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a thing I would show to a random person.
Mr. Knight.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph. Except for the corpse, of course. But the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia. Reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand.
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
I mean, I don't feel like it was that interesting. Can I talk to you? Now that we've established that.
And if I'm not...
Black voodoo. Okay, so things that are new that I can talk about are in different color. And I'm only now noticing it because it also changes color if I like do this. And now Gabriel's score is in a different color because I've hovered over it and it doesn't have an event for on mouse exit.
Tell me what you mean by black voodoo.
Well, like any religion, the beliefs can tend toward positive or negative ends. can be used for good or evil. Christianity, for example, has its doppelganger, Satanism. Anytime you attempt to set up an icon to explain evil, you invite some warped mind to worship it. The same is true of voodoo. There are those who are drawn by and desire personal power from the darker, bloodier Loa.
Can you give me an example of black voodoo?
All right. There is a very secret, very dark cult in Haiti called the Cult de Mort, Cult of the Dead. Their primary law is Papa Nebo, Loa of the Cemetery. They practice a particularly disgusting form of necromancy, magic using the dead. They dig up corpses and use their decaying bodies for various spells and curses.
Cult of the Dead is also the DLC for the 2013 kind of okay stealth game Dark.
Can you give me another?
In tribal Africa there were, and still are, black Bokors. Shamans bent towards the dark, who not only practiced necromancy, but also human sacrifice.
Is there anything else you can tell me about black voodoo?
Only that if it's being practiced in this city, none of us are safe.
Is there anything...
Only that if...
Okay, anything else I need to show you? I'm not going through my entire inventory eventually. Asking about Grease on core. I think I've done that.
What was that?
I'm not in the habit of...
Yeah, I've done that. And he doesn't repeat himself because good game design. Then I need to ask him about St. John's Eve, which I don't even have an option for. Great. Yeah, I've done the Gazano residence. We'll talk to Grandma again. Yeah, I've done that. Napoleon House. And I've dealt with Sam. Only things I haven't done according to the hints are compare the scales, which I can't do because the game didn't give me the other one. And talk to this guy about St. John's Eve, which I can't do because it's not an option and I don't know how it becomes an option. I mean, I don't know how to call in the favor from Sam because he won't talk to me. Like, neither of the talk options did anything. Oh yeah, there's the tape recorder. But still, it's like... Why wouldn't you just repeat yourself?
So, how do you feel now?
Yeah, he's feeling good.
Can I ask you some questions?
Look, I'd be glad...
Look at this corpse.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Eat those things every Tuesday. I think I tried to show him a lot of things already.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
I've tried to show him all the items that make any sort of sense. Even remotely.
The bar isn't... The man can move himself if he doesn't like where he's at.
Oh, yeah, right. I need to talk to the bartender so I can talk to
Could I
him.
ask you a few questions?
What? That's about all I can say.
Tell me.
Don't know what else.
I mean, I've been through this conversation. Hey, Slay. Black Voodoo? I guess I haven't asked about
Do
that.
you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? Nah.
Also,
I prefer not to think about that kind of stuff personally. Crime, perversion, weirdos. Just makes me depressed.
Also, I previously said that, oh, new options appear in a different color. And I've just somehow missed that until now. But no, I haven't talked to this guy about Black Voodoo, and Black Voodoo was not in a different color. So, what the fuck?
Can you tell me anything about a secret voodoo hound fool?
Are you kidding? Around here? Hope they aren't serving drinks.
Well, if they are, I don't think anyone in his right mind would want one.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Hi.
It's been...
What's up?
Buddy, I think the...
I got nothing. Show him... Sam is a jeweler. You need to show him the bracelet, or the impression of the bracelet.
Could you do anything with this?
What is this? A clay mold? Well, I am a jeweler, you know. And I owe you one. Would you like me to cast this for you?
If you can.
You got it, pal. Actually, it'll be a pleasure to get my tools out. First time in years. I've been too busy playing that goddamn game. I'll have the bracelet tomorrow. Meet me here.
Great, thanks.
I assume that was mentioned in passing like 2 days ago.
There is nothing to open or close. It's getting late.
Finally.
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, excuse me, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he here?
Really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight.
Ugh.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. Oh, I could show you around a little. Yeah, it's not much, but...
Please, don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
Just shut up and kiss me.
I spoke to one who smelled of death, gave me the ears. He gave to me his ears. And crosses that were marked were made into a veil of ears. Someone's behind the window.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Have it your way.
Already forgot it.
Today's newspaper is on the counter.
Right, you don't look at the newspaper, you pick up the newspaper.
Times-Picayune, dated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What case?
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were the result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good.
It's ridiculous. What about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel. But if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation, lest his eye fall on you too.
Peachy. Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do...
Sure. What? Okay.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
So I was supposed to save at the start of the day.
Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
Yeah. He gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Also, why was it this interaction? This was... hang on, what is this? Ask icon. I didn't ask him anything, and I definitely didn't try to interrogate him. The difference between these two is non-existent.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure...
Just whatever.
See you later.
No, we can't. Whatever. They can stay there.
Mr. Knight, you're back. Oh, goody.
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
Can you tell me anything about that Veve I showed you?
I told you I would research it, Mr.
Oh.
Knight. When I have anything
Okay.
concrete, I'll let you.
Okay, well, thanks.
Oh.
Where was I supposed to go? Oh, right. Go to the house.
Sam, my man.
Hey there, it's you. I got that bracelet for you.
Don't know what I want it for, but thanks.
This piece was a real toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Yeah, where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the royals.
The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm gonna enjoy watching him squirm through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
Sam's replica of Madame Kazunu's snake bracelet looks just like the original.
But why? I guess I can now show it to people.
Hello, Doctor.
Why I took such an interest in this one? Don't know.
Does this mean anything to you?
No.
Well, that's the voodoo expert's opinion. Surprise!
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Okay, what is the hoodoo expert's opinion?
I had... Please, be seated.
Does this mean anything to you?
It's beautiful. I love it.
Well,
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, but if you know where I can buy one...
Sorry. It'll be rather hard to find one these days.
Oh, well, so be it.
it's a pointless trinket.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
As you wish.
Okay, what is the voodoo hoax person's take on it? You probably sold it.
Hi.
Using the snake bracelet, that wouldn't help.
Could you look at this snake bracelet and tell me if you've seen anything like it before?
Nope. Never seen nothing like that.
Well, everybody knows who knows anything about voodoo agrees that this means nothing. Getty?
Miss Getty?
Well, okay, Jackson Square. Has anybody new spawned in Jackson Square? This person wasn't here before.
It's Crash, the guy from Mosley's office. At the first sight of Gabriel, he slouches away like a beaten dog.
Okay.
I wonder what he's up to.
Okay, that's actually probably important. But no rush, Gabriel, just take your time. I can't tell who's coughing. Maybe I should put my disguise on. This Crash recognizes me and walks away.
Hey, Crash, wait up!
Crash only looks scared and keeps walking.
Also, the narrator's voice has gotten a lot raspier. This guy's new. I guess it's him doing the coughing.
A vendor selling vignette and Cafe Ole has taken the Lucky Dog vendor's old spot. The vignette vendor is unlikely to have in...
Hello. What can I do for you, sir?
What the heck are beignets, anyway?
Deep-fried sweet dough with powdered sugar on top. New Orleans donuts, sir.
Sounds very American.
What happened to the guy who used to be here?
The Lucky Dog guy? I took over his spot.
Well, you didn't answer the question, but thanks. Okay, how do I interact with Crash?
Hey, Crash!
Crash only looks...
Not like that. What item shall I use on Crash? On this screen, I can't even do anything because Crash is walking. Maybe I'll walk the other way, meet him halfway there. Oh, that's... No, that's not Crash. What do you want, Crash? What is this?
It's a newspaper clipping from the year 1810. The newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo
Wait,
Square.
Who gave
It
me this?
includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body. The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed VV.
Right. Grace gave me this this morning. I...
Crash is too far away for that.
Okay, so I can't interact with Crash. Not in a typical way, anyway.
The drama is
I like how Gabriel stops as soon as Crash starts walking. He's not very good at chasing people. Oh no, the person I'm following started moving. I better stop until they stop. Any place I have anything at. Oh right, police station. They closed the case. I should maybe ask about that.
Detective Mo...
Knight, I hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The Voodoo Murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, son of a bitch. Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
The case? What case? I told you, the Voodoo Murders case is closed.
How can you just close it? It's not solved, is it?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade local territory, using Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's so hot. What we had here was a little resistance from local businessmen. Word came in this morning that the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of New Orleans.
But that doesn't bring the killers to justice.
Well, the boys upstairs seem to figure it this way. Let the slime kill each other. Better the vermin we know than the Chicago vermin, I guess. The attitude in the department is that we've just been done a huge favor. Well, they're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us. We'll deal with them over time, always have. New Orleans is pretty clean that way, you know.
Well, that's the illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either, but what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm disappointed about the book, too. Next big murder case I get, I'll call you in and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases and you could spice them up.
No thanks. How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
So, couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I've got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless. And besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay. You want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
What do you mean?
You need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Okay.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You need to prove there's a legitimate, prove that they're, get me a lead.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo?
Have you ever...
Alright, so do I have any items that would do any of that? Newspaper clipping.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same M.O. 1810?
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? That they are a threat?
Sure. If there is a voodoo cult, they're a threat.
Okay, well, that's one of the 3.
The letter is out. Somewhere there's a new... It's Gabriel.
Oh yeah, that's clearly it. Scribblings on a tomb.
These symbols are from Marie Laveau's tomb in St. Louis Cemetery. They're part of a secret voodoo code, which I had translated by a voodoo yen.
Do they say anything about the murders?
Well, not exactly.
I'm sure that's a legit code of some sort, Knight, but unless it gives me the names and addresses of the killers, I don't think it'll be much help at this point.
Proves the existence of some voodoo people.
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? Well, that's pretty good work, Knight. But that doesn't prove that this pattern is really connected to voodoo.
How do I tell you that I had a voodoo expert look at the pattern and confirm that it is authentic?
I have this snake bracelet. It's a replica of one used in secret voodoo ceremonies a few decades ago.
Really? And what makes you think so?
I got it from an old Creole lady whose grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau.
Gabriel. We get these little old ladies in here all the time. That bracelet is probably not genuine, and it wouldn't prove anything if it were.
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah? Well, what makes you think it's related to the murders?
Well, it was at the crime scene.
Sure. Must be from the only snake in Louisiana, all right. That voodoo snake. Christ.
And at this point I feel like I should be able to tell him what sort of snake it was, but I can't because the game never gave me the other part of other snake scale that I was supposed to have. And it makes me wonder if I have soft locked.
I have this.
That doesn't prove anything.
This is...
Well, I get nothing else.
Can I ask? Do you know anything about...
Oh, come on.
Are you sure?
There's nothing secret about voodoo in New Orleans.
Yeah, but that's the stuff they...
You're getting mighty...
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is I don't like them.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
You still need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Get me a lead on the cult.
Also, why do I need to get you a lead on the cult? Isn't that your job? I understand that you closed the case and I just need to prove that you're wrong in the sense that, hey, you overlooked this aspect. But why do I need to also tell you how to find out more? Also, I'm starting to understand why the insult him option is here.
Have you ever called the head?
I'd rather have...
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Why do you want to insult him?
Well...
Okay, how do I prove there is a voodoo cult? He's not telling me anything at this point.
Hello, Doctor. Could I ask you... Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound four?
Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Knight. The voodoo churches in the city have no need for secrecy.
This is all done.
Do you know anything about...
That sort of viewpoint makes my...
I'm not implying that all voodoo is evil, but there are certain practitioners that use voodoo towards a darker end, aren't there?
No one that I am familiar with. If there are one or two ignorant believers, that is none of my concern. And I do not care to promote a Hollywood interpretation of voodoo by discussing it.
Are you sure about this pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
I'm glad you... I'll be back in a second. Then I'll honestly probably drop this game. Right, I'll give it until 9.5 hours. And unless something actually interesting happens by that point, we're done. And then Gabriel Knight is no more.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
Okay, can I interact with the dude outside my window? Is he important? And he's still there.
Hey, Grace.
I wish you...
Gabriel cannot see any way.
Look at this gruesome photo.
The man in the street doesn't look interested in Gabriel's possession.
I don't have anybody to call. The German guy told me he would send me some book in the mail. Grace had nothing to add. And the newspaper just told me that the case is closed, and at the moment my objective is to just unclose the case. Or reopen, as some people might say. And to do that I need to prove that there is a cult here. Who can prove that there is a cult here?
Got some things I...
See ya.
Getty is not available, so she can't prove anything. I feel like the historian should be able to prove a lot, but he's not interested. This guy just doesn't know anything. She also doesn't know anything. They're just scam artists, both. This guy needs more time. Crash seems like the important one, but at the same time Crash won't interact with me. Can I see where Crash is headed? Okay, that's something.
Crash. What the hell is he up to with that drummer?
Okay, that was something. Can't actually exit this view now. Alright, alright. Progress.
The drummer is busy.
That's... Oh!
The drummer...
Christ. That's not a reason.
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Let's go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You're so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away.
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
Come on, talk to me.
I'm too sick to waste...
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm praying. Leave me alone.
And then we use everything on him.
Do you recognize this?
No.
Do you recognize this? Do you recognize this? Do you recognize this?
Where'd you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it? Look at this.
Crash opens his shirt and reveals a tattoo.
It's the same snake.
It's their sign. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
The sign of the snake. Right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now, do you believe that I know something about these people?
Yeah. You know about them, I guess.
Will you answer some questions for me now?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll talk to you a little. I'll make it fast.
Look healthy.
Tell me what you know about voodoo.
Look, just take some advice. Stay away from this voodoo shit. You don't really want to know, man. Believe me. Just do yourself a favor and leave me alone.
Come on, tell me what you know about voodoo.
I told you, man. Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm dying?
I want to know about the voodoo murders.
You're on the right track. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna risk my life by talking about it, man.
I want to know about the voodoo murders.
You're on the right track.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Man, can't you see I'm sick? Don't bug me with stupid questions.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The eyes. Snake's eyes. Dambala.
Okay, calm down. Do you know anything about snakes?
The eyes.
Okay. Do you have any idea what Cabri sans Coeur means?
I never heard of that.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I don't know her.
Do you know? Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
Oh, man. Shut up about that shit. Can't you see I'm sick? Are you trying to kill me?
Tell me what you know.
I told you. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Tell me.
I told...
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No.
What do you mean? You've seen them, haven't you?
Not me. Leave me alone.
Tell me about the animal masks you've seen.
I said drop it.
No.
Tell me about that.
Okay, yes.
Do you know anything about Veves?
I never heard of that.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? What the hell is that? Voodoo's voodoo, man.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
I never heard of that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm sick. Dying. Eating a big enchilada. What the fuck else matters?
Tell me about yourself. I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see. Shit! I blew it again. Promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him, everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Okay, but you have to tell me everything I want to know.
Okay. Okay. I was sending a message, man. They have these rotter drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything. And they report.
Report? How?
The drums, man. It's some kind of code.
Okay, not surprising.
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
Why are you praying?
I'm praying for my life, man.
I don't think he's gonna get us anything new. Museum?
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
There are some against the wall, but I do not play myself.
You don't know anything about a drum code?
I do not believe there is such a thing, Mr. Knight.
Gabriel,
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Bye now.
Goodbye.
Then we go through all the voodoo people again.
Mr. Knack. Please, be seated.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
I don't know anything about that.
Well, thanks.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
Yeah, I might be able to tolerate some of this, but it
As
takes
you-
so long to just ask one question from one person. If you could skip animations, or at least, at the very least, like fast travel when exiting an area. Like, if I double click on the door, let me just exit the area. But no, I have to watch Gabriel slowly walk and open the door every time, and it
Can
is
I ask
so
you just a few more
tedious.
questions?
Whatever, man.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
What I know, I wouldn't be talking about it with you.
Do you know
what I know?
Oh, right. That's a door. I don't walk to the door, I open the door. Key difference. I only walk to open doors.
Mr. Knight.
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Yes, Rada drums are used in most voodoo ceremonies.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
I'm not in the habit of repeating myself, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, don't elaborate. Why would you do that? That would be stupid, right?
Okay, thanks.
Goodbye.
Let's see, what did I get from the drugstore guy? I got information about the existence of Kazanu, and Kazanu has given me nothing actually. Actually, that's a lie. At this point, we can say that the bracelet that Kazanu had is somehow actually important. We don't know how. It was a complete blind guess to do anything with it. But that was somehow important, and I got info on Kazanu from the drugstore guy. And I also got gambling oil from the Lucky Store guy, who I then gave to the guy playing chess, who needed to get lucky in chess. And then he was able to make me a replica of the bracelet. And the only reason why I know the bracelet is at all important is because I was just told by Crash that, okay, maybe you know something. And I don't. I know nothing. Where should I go? I honestly have... I got nothing. I'm not... Excuse a potential ad break, I'll have to press a button to switch a scene that also plays ads. But I can't switch the scene in any other way at this point because the way this game is being captured. So, sorry, but I am dropping this game, and before I do a recap on it, I need to maybe play some ads. I would like to not, but I don't think I have a choice. Be back in a second. Okay, I assume the ads are done by now. Also, that's not the scene I was supposed to get to. That is. There we go. Also, pause the music, which is fantastic. Enjoy. Let's go with that one. Oh, never mind. Let's not go with that one. Instead, let's go with... Yeah. Too much power being able to choose the music. System check 2. Finished. No, I am giving up on this one. Oh, it's System Shock 2 release anniversary. Excellent. Excellent. That worked out real well. Anyway, time spent 9.5 hours. Did not feel sneaky. Oh boy. All the 90s point and click tropes are here. Pixel hunting. Too many similar yet different interactions. Clumsy interface. Nonsense puzzles. Anything else that belongs in that category, let me know. A huge part of the game was spent doing things that didn't seem like they had anything to do with anything. Yet were somehow important to the progression. All the things like, hey, I need to make a replica of this bracelet. Why? Why do I care about this bracelet? Why? Ugh. Or you know what? Maybe I could even say that I could see how I care about this bracelet because this person who believes in voodoo says it's a magical bracelet. Okay, maybe that's enough to make me get interested, even though I have no idea who this person is other than a crazy lady who's into voodoo. Yet somehow I took a real interest in tracking this person down to the point where I started calling random phone numbers to track down where she lives. Like, what the fuck? And last point I want to make is that the New Orleans voodoo setting did not interest me as much as GK2's German werewolves. And it also didn't come close to the charm Gabriel Knight 2 had with the full motion video, everything. FMVs just add so much to a game like this. Should I even give this a rating? Because I was like... I was at 150 something points out of 350 or whatever. It's possible that it gets better later on, but I don't think I'm going to want to persevere until it does, if it does. Okay, let's rephrase this final bit. Gib name. Nice. Big name. Voice actors. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Anything else to add? Don't think so. Yeah, I know about the anniversary edition, but from what I've been told or what I read, most people seem to think that's a downgrade. I didn't really look into that beyond the general consensus. Oh yeah, I totally agree. I do not see the appeal of having some famous voice actor. I wouldn't have known that these are big name voice actors if I had just played the game without any prior knowledge. It would have never occurred to me that, oh, it's Tim Curry and Mark Hamill. Meanwhile, if we compare that to Gabriel Knight 2, like, the guy who plays Gabriel in that game fucking nails it. I think he's a complete nobody in terms of acting, but somehow he really... he got it. He knew what to do. was just that smug, I don't know, kind of dumb asshole, and yet still still somehow charming. It was impossible to hate him in that game. Oh yeah, stuff like Red Alert. Those cutscenes, absolutely worth it. For, well, honestly, is it worth it for a big name actor? As I've just defended Gabriel Knight 2 and the no-name actor. But it's a better use of big name actors if you do something like a live action cutscenes in Red Alert. But yeah, absolutely. For voice acting, I don't know. I've said this before. Like, I can be critical of, or have some sort of opinion at least, on most aspects of a game. But voice acting is the one thing where 9 times out of 10, I couldn't tell if it's even any good. Like, you can have the most mediocre voice acting, and you can have some god tier performance, and to me they sound the same. Maybe if somebody can point it out to me and be like, hey, that's a really good performance because X, Y, and Z, then outstanding. Then I might be able to understand that this is a good bit of voice acting because of that. But on my own, I do not catch that. Someone want to play Unreal Tournament? I have a feeling that the soundtrack right now might be Facing World's theme. What's up? Because I recently watched somebody play through the Unreal Tournament single-player campaign, which doesn't look like a great single-player campaign. But man, Unreal Tournament is so good. Yeah, I mean, as I was watching the Unreal Tournament playthrough, I was thinking, like, how good of a game could you really make, or how good of a single-player campaign could you make of Unreal Tournament? And I'm talking Unreal Tournament. Is it 98 specifically? The original Unreal Tournament, anyway. And the campaign in that is just first you do like 30 maps of deathmatch. Then you do like 20 maps of capture the flag, and then you do 15 maps of another game mode until you're done with all the game modes. Like, yeah, that's Unreal Tournament. But I was just thinking, how good would it be if instead of having a campaign like that, you would actually try to structure it a bit differently. Like, keep an individual match as it is, because that's good. I actually really like that in a context of single player, that you don't have to care if you die in a death match. Because, so what? Show must go on, and you respawn in a second. Just like somebody else gained a point when you died. Cool. Or not cool, but also not significant. You're not gonna load a save or go back to a checkpoint or anything like that. You just keep going until the match is over. And I like that format in a shooter. I feel like you could do more with the single player. Like, instead of having do these 20 matches and then switch to game mode. Like, how about you actually construct it more like a tournament and throw some twists with each map mission fight. Say, first map is just 7 people doing deathmatch. Win that, and then the next map is, alright, now it's team-based capture the flag. Win that, and then just escalate from there. Just throw in more twists and do weird things. Don't just restrict, here's basic deathmatch for 20 maps. I feel like there is a game there. And it could be really fucking good. Mix things up. In Unreal Tournament, it just seemed like it was getting quite stale, as you were doing the same exact match type over and over, then switching to the next one, doing that over and over. But anyway, that's Unreal Tournament. This is Gabriel Knight. Or this was Gabriel Knight. And Gabriel can bite the dust for all I care. I'm washing my hands from Gabriel Knight for now. I was considering picking up Gabriel Knight 3. I don't think I will. Even though I enjoyed 2, I didn't enjoy this one. And from what I've gathered, 3 is the one that people like the least. And it also doesn't have the things I like about 2, meaning full motion videos, largely. But yeah, I'm not gonna give this a rating because I was so far from finishing this, I think. Cool. Also, spoilers for what is probably the next game. Shadow Gambit. Coming out on the 16th. Or at least the embargo lifts on the 16th. I already have it installed, but I can't stream it.